Yeah, man. My old man was a tough man back in the days. He had
Hmm.
quite the reputation amongst all the people around the neighborhood. So we just kind of fell suit towards that kind of thing, but not really like troublemakers or anything. But everyone knew we could hold our own, so
Hmm.
it was kind of good.
The AllStar app, the number one app in the business. UFC, Bellator, One Championship, PFL, and more. Get the app right now. Link in description. How was Japan, man? Japan is a trip, huh? Like that place when there's fights, it's a trip, right? Like, what was that experience like?
No, bro, Japan was hectic, man. It's a real historical place, for MMA and K1, and just to be there and experience it with my brother and Mark in the corner, man, it was just like something, yeah, just something surreal, bro. I met some good legends there, like Rampage and Royce Gracie and that. Man, you couldn't ask of a better trip to Japan, get a
Mhm.
KO win. Man, it's icing on the cake, bro.
For sure. How was the fan experience? Because the fans, man, I went there in 2019, 2020, and yeah, man, they swarm. They know like every fighter.
Man, that was like a big eye opener. It's like how respectful they are as well, but then at the same time, how like I was like, man, are you sure you got the right guy? And they're like, yeah, Justin. I'm like, oh shit, you know. But you know what? They're so giving, man. They give you gifts
Yeah.
and drawings and whatnot. And I'm just like, man, this is well really respectful too. The way they go about it, they're not like just trying to force their way into a photo or something. So man, I was like, far. Hopefully the UFC come back to go back to Japan because man, it's crazy. The crowd out there it was a sold out Saitama and it was real quiet, man. I was like, what the heck? Like really respectful, but it was like sold out. I was like, far out. This is you wouldn't think there's so many people watching.
Yeah, yeah, it is. But the show is crazy too, right? Like the intros and all that, right? In Saitama Super Arena, it's different from anywhere else.
Yeah, man. Good show. Some of those fireworks, man. I don't think you should be too close to the
Yeah.
sound, man. It was deafening.
All right, man. Let's jump into last year, man. 2022. You had a few canceled fights. You had some injuries. Were those injuries something that happened in training or in the fight, or was it something that probably that was lingering for a while and you just need to take care of it?
Nah, bro. Honestly, it was like a combination of all of it. Like maybe wear and tear, but then at the same time, it's like some injuries that was caused in the fight too. But like, man, it was like it was real like what's the word like it hindered a lot of my training,
Mhm.
because like I was just stuck in bed most days and not training that often and not at the highest intensity that I could have, and it's just something that I needed to do so like my career could go for longer. You know what I mean? Like the longevity of my career and the quality of my career will be a lot better in the long run. So I just had to bite the bullet, man, and go under the knife. But I already feel better now, like from those surgeries, and I just can't wait to get back in that cage and throw some leather, bro.
Does those injuries go back like in your previous fights as well? Do you feel like those injuries actually hindered you in
Oh
previous
yeah,
camps?
definitely, man.
Uh,
One of them hurt me in Houston. I heard in Houston, and when I fought Juan Adams, which was a few years ago, and I just kept saying I'll do it the next fight. I'll do it the next
Mhm.
fight. I could say that my whole career, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it was just yeah. If I push that one too many in a training session, it could put me back like 4 or 5 days of work, and I'm a tough dude, and I got a good pain tolerance. So like for me to be bedridden in those camps, I knew something was up, And
Mhm.
I said to yeah, just swallow my pride and know that it was gonna cost me a lengthy time off fighting, and at the same time not getting a paycheck. But I know it'll be better in the long run, man.
Yeah, you're still so young in your career as well, man. You gotta take care of that stuff. And fighters, they 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 believe in their mind that they have to tough everything out, right? But you gotta
Yeah,
slow down sometimes and take care of that. Going under the knife, man. How scary is that? Like to me, it's scary because I've been under some surgeries, and every time it's just I don't know. I'm nervous, super nervous.
yeah, man. I was like, I think I was just like, man, will I still be, as effective as I was before the surgery, kind of thing. But no, I was really confident in the surgeon. That the UFC um, got me through to a really good surgeon, and he was real good. Because a few weeks later, I was back, no crutches and that, and right now I feel good, man. I think it's been like 5-6 months in the surgery, and they said it's usually a lot longer recovery, but because the operation was so good, man, it's so clean. The rehab was a lot faster, and I'm just yeah, I'm ready to go now.
In that time, I mean, you've been out for a little bit. Your brother was fighting the whole time. Did you have to become the coach in that situation for your
Yeah,
brother?
Frick, I try not to be, but I was like, yeah, just do your own stuff. But then I'm like, I'll come corner, and then but no, it's been good. It's been a good like learning experience too, like cornering and some good moments there where some of the things I said really helped. And it's just what you do for anyone that not just family, but someone that helps you, help them, and now he's in the UFC. So it was all meant to be, kind of thing. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
I was there to really put in some time into my brother and not worry about my own stuff. And then yeah, we've reaped the rewards together.
Yeah, you guys definitely have, man. Your brother has done an incredible job, especially last year. He went crazy. He went nuts with the knockouts, just back to back to back, just insane shit. And I was looking at a picture, man, something you posted on Instagram of you and your brother as youngsters. You guys were skinny too. I was just like, damn, look at the top of game, skinny and shit, right? And I was then when I saw the picture, I was thinking like, I wonder what the scraps were like back then between you and your brother. Did you guys scrap when you were little, or did you guys kind of have that in control?
No, it was never. We never really fought that much. It's usually my two younger brothers, so Junior and my youngest brother. They usually fought peacemaker, but we fought against other people, which is funny. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, do you guys have like, well, you and your brothers, man, like you have a few brothers and you guys are all big.
yeah, yeah,
So you guys are
yeah.
probably, were you known in the neighborhood? I'm just going to ask you straight up.
Yeah, yeah, man. My old man was a tough man back in the days. He had
Hmm.
quite the reputation amongst the people around the neighborhood. So we just kind of fell suit towards that kind of thing, but not really like troublemakers or anything. But everyone knew we could hold our own, so
Hmm.
it was kind of good.
There you go. There you go. Man, this fight coming up, UFC 284, Parker Porter. When you look at Parker Porter, like what type of fighter do you see?
I just see like a go forward fighter, come forward fighter, likes to apply a lot of pressure, and yeah, just comes forward and brings in a whole different bunch of striking and a few grappling stuff. But yeah, very committed to come forward fighters, or what I'll say.
Mm. Well, that's the type of fighters you like, right?
Yeah, man. But it's gonna be fun. Like I think it's gonna be good because a lot of people just think I can just brawl. You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
they see like that fight with Carlos and whatnot. People didn't know that guy picked me in the head to brawl because I was just guessing where his head was. But that first round, I pieced him up. You know what I mean? A guy that was meant to be a classy boxer or whatnot, and man, I didn't even get touched that first round. It was just, I think he tore my iris and the liquid leaked out everywhere, and I,
Wow.
ca- I can honestly say I'm not gonna be able, for these last 2 rounds. And but they think I'm a slugger like that. But man, if you look at that first round, I dust up that guy, man. You know what I mean? He didn't even touch me. I feel like the same's gonna happen again. People are just gonna see another layer of the versatility in my striking. But I can make it look like a brawl, but there's gonna be some thought behind it. You know what I mean? I feel like this guy, he thinks he knows what he's getting himself into until he gets into it. You know what I mean? It's different dancing with other guys than dancing with a Samoan.
For sure, for sure. Well, you never know what happens in a fight as well. You could go in and have a certain game plan, and then it just turns into a wild fight, right? It just sometimes you just gotta bite the mouth guard and see what happens.
Yeah, 100 happen exactly, and you get an injury or something's not working for you, and you just have to bite down on that mouth guard and first some liver.
Yeah,
And I've done that, and I've danced around too. So what's the most suitable? But anything to entertain the fans.
NTG, man. That's the home, man, for you guys now. You guys been there for a while, and everybody does their camps there. Who's the small collection for you guys, you and Junior?
Yeah, it's like obviously Nugget, the owner, the head trainer at NTG, is my brother. He's me and Junior's head coach. Gerard's my older brother. Then I got my youngest brother in there. Man, he can hold his own just as well as Junior can. And sometimes he gives me more trouble than Junior does. You know what I mean? People don't really realize how father he is. Man, he's not big on the socials, so people then aren't aware. And when they come to my gym, man, they're like, "Holy crap, who's that guy?" And I was like, oh, "That's my baby brother." So he's gonna try to get into the fight scene this year. Um, we've got a few young amateurs coming through, O'Shea and that, and then we got Glenn Sparv that comes from Gold Coast. So we got a
Yeah.
few big boys there, and then I got some quality sparring with my brothers, and then I got obviously quality coaching from like guys like my older brother Gerard and then Glenn Sparv. He's a
Mhm.
well seasoned veteran, and he's been around the world, so he's seen it all, and he's coached a lot of good guys too. So and a good team and a solid just a solid team.
For sure. Do you train at any other spots?
I do some of my conditioning at one of the gyms here in Logan, local to me, if it could, and then I do some grappling down at CMBT with Glenn.
Okay.
Just to make it easier because he stays like an hour away from myself, so just to save him some time, I'll drive down with my brothers and train down at this gym, and then go train up at NTG when he can.
Yeah, man. It's an incredible fight, man, for Perth right here, man. You get the return, and it seems like you've been in camp. Has this been like the longest camp for you for a fight?
Yeah, it's been a long camp, but man, I've been just this is like a redemption for me, with from 243 or
Hmm.
from that fight that I had with the Castro, my growth over the years, and I really wanna showcase what I've been doing over the years and how I've matured as a fighter. So for me, like not just pleasing the crowd, but just like honoring my coaches and then myself for all the sacrifices I've been doing over the years, man. And I feel like a career is coming, bro. I can just feel it.
There you go, man. I think a lot of people expect that's what they're expecting. You know what I mean? How many people are flying over there? Like, your family members and stuff.
Man, there's a few, but I tell you what, the way that they sold those tickets, or I don't know what happened, man. But a lot of people missed out.
Yeah,
Somewhat, man. I don't know. Was a lot
it's
of
fucked
scalpers
up.
came about, and yeah, man, it's bad because like people don't understand. Like I've traveled overseas, and I finally get the chance to fight at home, and like tickets sold out in like a few minutes, and I was like, damn, man. I just want my family to come and watch. They want to come and watch. Some of them are just gonna travel just to be around Perth. Not even a family in that. So hopefully some tickets free up.
No doubt, man. Hopefully, February 11th, UFC 284. Go in the descriptions, download the AllStar app. Justin, it's always good catching up with you, man. Thank you so much for the time and all the best in this fight. It's going to be violent.
Yeah, bro. It's either gonna be violent or gonna be a sniper happening, bro. I appreciate you, bro. I always have time for you, brother. Love your work.